Hey everyone, we're going to go over rotations on the coordinate plane, continuing on our transformations unit. So basically we've covered translations, which are to slide a figure on a 2D plane, and reflections are to flip them across the X and Y axis, while rotations, the other word for that is the word turn, and a rotation turns a figure around a fixed point called the center of rotation. And we'll get more into that in a second. Okay, into the center of rotation. And for our examples, the center of rotation will be the origin. And we'll rotate in increments of 90 degrees. Okay, by 90 degrees, well, I'll show you what that looks like in a second as well. The other thing we need to be mindful of is the direction that we go to. And we either can rotate clockwise or counterclockwise. Clockwise, they go in the direction of the clock. And counterclockwise, go in the opposite direction. Okay. We also have the increments of 90 degrees that we were talking about. So let's say we're starting here. Well, one turn or a 90-degree rotation would put me in the next quadrant here. So that's 90 degrees or one turn. Okay. Two turns or one more turn would put me at 180 degrees, which is two turns. Okay. And lastly, one more would put me at 270 degrees, which is three turns. So that's three turns. And if I did one more, that will put me at 360, which puts me back where we start, which is why we don't really worry about 360 degrees. Okay, so we've covered our rotation increments by your 90 degrees. Like I said, at 360 we start back, so we're not worried about that. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of practice so we can see where that takes us. So number one, we need to be able to identify how many turns we go from our original to new. That's the beginning of rotations. So if I start here, this is my original. The one with the prime notation is my new. So how many turns does it take for me to go in the clockwise direction from original to new? That's one turn, and we know that one turn is 90 degrees. So 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. And how many turns to go the opposite direction? Well, that's two, three. Three turns. Well, we know three turns is 270. So we're going to say 270 counterclockwise. Okay, degrees. We continue through that. We see that this is my original, and I'm labeling so I get used to knowing what's what. But from here, this goes one turn, two turn, three turn to get from our original to new clockwise. Three turns, once again, is 270 degrees. So that's 270 degrees clockwise. And then going back one turn is 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, and you'll start to notice a pattern here that 90 and 270 are like flipped for clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay, for number three, then we look at C to go from original to new. You see this is 1, 2, that's two turns. Well, 90 plus 90 is 180, so that's 180 degrees clockwise. One thing to note about 180 degrees, it's the same either way. So two turns going this way is 100, two turns going the counterclockwise way is also 180. So it doesn't matter for 180, it's the same rules that apply. Okay? So we have some good practice here, so we should start to see the pattern going forward. If we look at number 4, just to finish this out, we have D to D prime. So to go the counterclockwise way, since it was right there, going counterclockwise, it's 90 degrees, it's one turn. But to go the clockwise direction is 1, 2, 3. So 3 turns clockwise is 270 degrees. And then our arrows here is 1, 2, that's 2 turns. That's 180 degrees. One thing to note, rotations across 180, they're always split by a diagonal, so it'll be really easy to spot when you see these 180 degree rotations. Okay, let's look at number 6. Number 6, we go from F to F prime. So to go this direction is 1 turn, and we know that 1 turn is 90 degrees. 90 degrees clockwise is the same as 1, 2, 3 turns counterclockwise, and 3 turns is 270 degrees. Okay? So I'm going to show you what those turns look like now going forward onto the back page, which is where we'll get a lot of our practice. So we'll make that into our second part. This is our introduction. So join the next video for our second part, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.